Welcome back to NSUSpartans.com. I'm Matt Mahalik, Assistant Athletics Director for Communications here at Norfolk State University. We're joining you from the 2017 MEAC Football Media Day and Press Lunch in downtown Norfolk. It's the unofficial start to football season. We get a sneak preview today of the upcoming 2017 season from the head coaches and players from all 11 MEAC institutions. From Norfolk State, of course, we'll be joined here today by senior defensive lineman Chris Lee, as well as junior wide receiver Marcus Taylor. They'll give us their thoughts about the 2017 season as we are just a little over a month away from the start of the year, September the 2nd, against Virginia State in the Labor Day Classic. We're joined now by senior defensive lineman Chris Lee here at MEAC Football Media Day 2017. A veteran of these MEAC Media Days now. Chris was with us last year as well, now entering his senior season. The defensive lineman from Woodbridge, Virginia, a preseason all-MEAC first-team selection as well. Chris, good to see you. How's your summer been going and your off-season?
It's been pretty good. Just been training all summer and in and out of town, seeing family as much as I can. But for the most part, been training. So.
Well, we're entering your senior season. Hard to believe. We've got 3 years in the books now. You're entering your third year as a starter here on this defensive line. What are your expectations for yourself and especially for the Spartan defense, which has a good number of returning players on it this year?
Well, I want our team to lead the conference. But as a D-line, we have to lead the conference, because I tell my D-linemen, our D-line every day, we got to be the rock of this team. We gotta pave the way because make sure people follow us. That's pretty much what I want. We just gotta lead the team, lead the conference, and lead every areas of the game. So.
What do you see from some of your fellow defensive linemen? Obviously, it's a position that has a pretty good amount of experience with guys like Deshaun Middleton back, Nigel Chavis as well, some other young guys that got their feet wet a little bit last year. What are you looking for from this defensive line? How good do you think this unit could be?
We can take it to the moon because everybody's coming back. Everybody has a little experience, and we have young guys coming in. Obviously they're ready to play, so everybody has a chip on their shoulder. We got to come in with a different mindset because we have all these guys coming back. You have to lead the team. You have to lead the conference. That's the goal.
The team finished strong last year, winning 3 of its last 4 games. Did you kind of sense any bit of a carryover into the offseason or into spring or even summer, knowing that, hey, we ended on a high note and we kind of know what we're capable of now when we play well?
I definitely carried over into the spring as far as, being ready for anything because we came back, had a few coaching changes and still, shot to the moon. So it's definitely a carryover. We're going to be pretty good. I'm excited.
All right, Chris, I know Spartan Nation's excited as well. Football season just about a month away. Thanks for joining us here today, and we'll catch up with you again during the season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Once again, that's senior defensive lineman Chris Lee joining us here today at MEAC Football Media Day 2017. We are joined now by junior wide receiver Marcus Taylor. We got the defensive perspective from Chris Lee, now looking at the offensive perspective. Marcus, the leading returning receiver on this team from a year ago. Marcus, thanks for joining us here today. Hard to believe, but football season just a month away. I know you guys have to be getting excited. Football training camp coming up. I know it's a bit of a grind, but at the same time, you have to be excited about what's in store.
I'm always excited for football. Football has always been in my life. I love football, so I'm always excited to play football.
Well, Marcus, we really saw you come into your own last year, your first year as a starter, leading the team in catches and yards. What do you think you can do to build on your performance this season and this wide receiver group in general? What do you think the future has in store for you guys?
I'm just honestly trying to bring the team with me so we can start progressing as an offense and start moving the ball more, scoring more touchdowns so we can win more games.
Wide receiver group does have some good experience back. Pretty young unit last year, but guys like yourself, George Wahi, Chuma Awana got some good experience. Got some new guys coming in as well. What do you kind of see your role as in that group now that you're one of the upperclassmen in that group?
I see my role as the leader of the team, so I'm just trying to lead in being vocal and by the right example. So I'm just trying to bring everyone with me in the right direction.
Regardless of who it ends up being, you'll have a new starting quarterback thrown to you this year. Got a couple freshmen, Trip Harrington we saw in the spring, Jawan Carter coming in from the high school ranks, Tyree Givers-Wilson, of course, back from last year as well. What are some of the strengths of those guys, and what do you see from the quarterbacks that are getting you the ball?
Well, I went to school with Jawan, but I'm not biased, so everybody's going to get a fair shot. I like the way Trip can scramble out the pocket and make a play. He reminds me of a young Greg, Juwan, he's very smart. Like, he came in, he learned the offense very fast. And Tyreek, he can throw a deep ball. So he has a strong arm.
A lot of strengths, so it should be an interesting battle there in preseason camp. Overall, what do you think are some of the goals that you have for the team? What do you need to see from you and your teammates to kind of take that next step here in 2017?
We're just trying to take it game by game. We'll focus on practice and training camp and move to the games. Just take it game by game. We're not focused on the end of the road. We're focused on the beginning.
And the beginning's here. Training camp next week, season just about a month away. Marcus, thanks for joining us here today at MEAC Media Day, and we'll catch up with you again during camp and during the season.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's junior wide receiver Marcus Taylor here at MEAC Football Media Day.